Hi, this is Jennifer with iCadenza, and I'm here with Bruce Sutherland, the honoree of a wonderful concert that'll be here tomorrow night at Zipper Hall at the Colburn School in Los Angeles. And so I have the privilege of interviewing Bruce for a few minutes. So tell me, you're the teacher of so many wonderful musicians who will be playing tomorrow night in your honor. What's that like for you to see all your students, former students, coming back to perform for you?
It's a very moving experience, very touching. The fact this has sort of been an event that's happened by, from my point of view, spontaneous combustion. They decided, I don't know when, but with the idea of doing something as a surprise for me, and then the cat got out of the bag, and I was forewarned, and so I've been involved to some extent, but still it's very much a surprise to me, all the people who are involved and all the work that's gone into this event.
And some of your original compositions will be performed tonight as well, and that must be really exciting for you to hear them.
It's always wonderful to hear your music performed, yes, and by such fine performers. John and Novacek and Max Levinson are playing work for two pianos, and Max is playing a single piece, a prelude for piano solo, which will open the second half of the program tomorrow night. The opening number is my piece for two pianos, so I think it's rather nice that each half of the program is starting with something that I wrote. But the other works on the program will be many different composers, and there's a big surprise is the ending. You can mention what that's all about later if you like.
So you've had a tremendous influence as a teacher on so many students. Can you describe your teaching philosophy? What goes into it when you start to work with a student?
I don't think that can be said in a few words. But music has always brought such joy to me. That's what I would like to share with students, the joy of music.
You've been close to so many wonderful performers such as Jose and Amparo Iturbi and other wonderful musicians. What has that been like for you?
Well, it's something that is vividly in my memory, the time with them. And Jose Iturbi performed my music for orchestra for the first time, a world premiere of a piece I wrote for orchestra with the Bridgeport Symphony some years ago, and his sister had planned to record a work for mine, a sonatina for piano. At the time she became ill and was not able to see it through. So it's nice to know that there are other performances of the works that they've been interested in as well. So, and my music is being heard and performances in this area through the National Association of Composers USA, in recent performances in Los Angeles, and quite a bit last year and this year. It's been very rewarding to have that experience.
And looking back on a wonderful career as a teacher and pianist and composer, are there any particular highlights that stand out for you?
Well, there are many, so it's hard to pinpoint them. I must mention among my teachers, of course, was Ethel Leginska, a great pianist who studied with Leschetizky and was a phenomenon in her time, and she is vividly in my memory also, and had so many famous students. In the time, I think she was sort of a guide for me as far as the years in her studio, seeing how many students of hers would go to Carnegie Hall and give performances and play with the New York Philharmonic and so on, and to follow in her footsteps was sort of a dream that has come true. And then, of course, the association with the Iturbis after that. And then at USC, I was a student of wonderful teachers over there in composition as well as in the piano department. And there have just been, in my memory, so many that it would take much more time than we have today to touch on it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your teaching and advice with so many students. and we're really looking forward to hearing this concert tomorrow night.
I'm looking forward to it more than I can say.